All right, y'all. So we've been talking about dating a lot. I want to know, how important is the physical aspect of the person that you're dating? Don't all answer at once.
I think it's, oh man, I think it's very important for me. Now, to the extent of like how quote unquote pretty someone has to be or what they have to look like.
Okay, so I was going to ask, I'm like, so do you have body type preferences? Do you have like facial
gonna be
preferences?
I prefer petite. I prefer petite.
Like short or?
It doesn't have to be short.
Well, petite is short.
I mean, but
skinny.
you're
Yeah.
relatively big guy,
Right.
so petite to you. I mean, it's
Right. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't have, but I don't think height. Like I think you can be petite and tall. No.
No.
Really?
babe.
Petite is like a miniature size person.
Okay. So what am I saying?
You like them
Slim?
skinny,
You like slim.
slim.
Slim thick. Maybe.
Okay, we'll go with that. And then what else? Face.
Yeah.
I'm natural, man. I like natural women. I don't like the makeup and big eyelashes and all of that shit. I don't. I'm. That's not me. I like
Must
natural.
be rough for you out here.
Tell me about it.
rough.
I've been single for 5 years.
You like them to look like they
Right.
plant carrots. What Mo said?
Like they what?
like they planting carrots
in burn sage.
in burning sage.
No, I you know what's crazy? Like after being single for a while, this is a few years back. I was thinking like maybe I need to find me like a super earthy chick, like that's into plants and hippie.
That might work for you and your vulnerability.
You got a couple plants in your house, don't you?
One,
Oh,
yeah, just one.
Yeah.
Still alive. His name is Timothy. You want to meet him? I can introduce you.
I'd
I thought
rather-
about bringing him to the studio, but it's
Oh,
like
you should.
it'd be so much negative energy in here.
I think an earthy, hippy dippy sister will work for
I
you.
agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I think also too, are there expectations that you have of like an earthy girl that you think like? Do you think there's certain traits about a girl that's earthy that would not be true for someone else?
It's a great question.
Because earthy girls be hoes too,
I
you know
don't.
that?
I don't care.
And toxic.
and toxic.
So
I don't think I'm like. I'm not making no synonymous. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I don't want to hoe regardless. I mean, but at the end of the day, like your
I'm holding
past,
my tongue, boy. I'm holding
your
my
past and shit don't really matter to me though. So it's like
That's important.
depending on what you
good.
consider hoe. I mean, that's a social.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like with somebody else's perception of the girl that I decide to fuck with,
Yeah.
means nothing to me at all. Especially at this age. At one point when I was an immature child, yeah, but
Not an
at this point it doesn't matter. But I think, yeah, I don't know. I just think this is gonna sound cliche, but it's physical is not as important as it once was to me. But I still have to be physically attracted to you. Like I can't. It can't just be you're a good person.
So now you would date. Now you would date her.
You can't just have a heart of gold.
No, the one. No, the one Lisa's talking about.
Oh no, no.
You would date her openly now.
No.
I have a question. When you when we talk about
Why? How am I the only one that gets stuck answering? Like I feel like
You
I'm
just answer first.
you just went first.
All right, let's go. What? You have a question for me?
No,
Oh,
in
the
general,
group.
in general.
Okay.
Before we continue, do you see elegance or confidence as a physical trait? Because I kind of do.
I think it manifests itself
I
physically.
think
Sure.
I do.
It depends, because I can also see that as a form of insecurity.
No, but
Elegance is insecure.
Not elegance, but like that, like because some girls like force it,
If you think somebody's
so
coming
no,
off
no.
as too confident,
like
you
just
don't
too,
really
like
think
you're
that's how
too
they are.
over the top.
But that's
with it.
another. But that's another thing. I'm talking about actual confidence and elegance.
What I deem as confidence and
Yes.
Well, those
yes.
are two vastly different things. You could be elegant and not
and
be.
not confident.
No, I'm not connecting them. I'm saying
Okay,
and,
okay.
and
Right,
or.
just those two.
Okay.
Things.
Yeah, those two things.
Yeah, I would think.
And I'll tell you why. So maybe you could have an idea.
Okay.
Like I think so. And I know that it's not everybody. I've had these arguments. People be like, that's not it. But I feel like some people, I've met people that are not as physically attractive as society might,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and but they are very elegant and or very confident. And and for
Makes them
me,
more attractive.
way more attractive, way more attractive than somebody that, you know, might be just a perfect picture, or even my type on paper. Right? I could see somebody that's like my type, and then the other person that's not, but this other person has personality and you know, that elegance, and elegance is very important to me. And I'm more likely going to gravitate towards the person that feels confident. Not loud and like overly, but I'm saying like there's some peace.
Internal confidence.
Yes,
Do any of y'all watch Married at First Sight?
I do. Some seasons. I've
Okay,
watched.
so I think this past season, one of the guys from the couples, he was pretty much like, he was saying in so many ways, like, I'm not attracted to his fiance. Like he told her friends, his family, her family, and but he thought he would be because she was attractive on paper. Like he was like, you have everything that I would like on paper, but like physically, no. And they still went through the marriage. They still went through the wedding.
I hate that for her.
Me too.
I hate that for her, and I hate that for him.
No, yeah.
So did you answer? Is how important physical attraction is to you?
Me?
Yeah.
Um,
We all have to answer.
I like to. The question is how if physical attraction is important versus looks. We're not talking about looks, right?
What, isn't that the same thing? Physical
No, because
attraction?
I could be attracted to some ugly.
So for you, so there's the answer. For you, it's not.
No, I think for me, again, kind of like that was my answer. For me, I've been lucky. I think I have a very exquisite taste.
The humility is just
I think
next level.
I think I've gotten lucky in life. However, more than looks, what I'm attracted to is elegance, and the way that somebody carry themselves, the way that they move. I don't like people that are sloppy, and these are things you could see. So for me, it's a physical thing. If you're sloppy, you don't know how to carry yourself. I could never. You could be as hot as the hottest person, and I won't be.
It's not gonna do it for you.
It's not gonna do it for me at all. If you're like loud and trying to call attention and sloppy, and if there's no elegance to your presence and you don't carry yourself a certain way, I'm a pass.
You next, or I'm next?
You go ahead.
This is something that I mean, Justin and I talk about this. This is something that I'm struggling with a little bit because I feel like physical is too important to me, and it's bothering me about myself. Yeah, I think it's part of the reason that lately I've dated younger, because and I think we've talked about this too. I feel very guilty about it, but you like what you like, right? For me, a lot of people my age, male or female, have kind of let themselves go. You know what I mean? And don't stay in shape and so that part's important to me. But I definitely, looks is very important, but the reason it bothers me about myself sometimes is because that hasn't always worked out, right? Like, It's not that I will just go, somebody has to have more than looks. It's not just only looks. But I definitely put a lot of emphasis on that. A recent relationship I had, just beauty beyond beauty, like my total image of beauty, but just that was
It was
the
just
external.
the surface.
Well, no, and a beautiful person too, but there was other issues, and that just
Have more problems in a math book.
it was a lot of struggle, but that beauty was just beyond exceptional. You know what I'm saying? Physically. So it's kind of made me sort of like really do some introspection, like, well, what is the most valuable thing? Like, what is important? But again, I think part of the attraction of somebody who keeps themselves together is that, to me, that indicates that they have a work ethic. They have
Discipline.
a discipline. Great word. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it goes outside of the physical, and I'm dealing with other things.
Their self love, and they
all of
value
those
themselves.
things. You know, I think discipline's a great one. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm thinking about it. You know, I don't have an exact answer to it right now. I'd say that it's too much of an emphasis for me, and I would. Like, I wonder sometimes, maybe you are, I don't know how to offset that a little bit, right? Because it definitely is something that I pay too much attention to, and I don't feel like I should. I think I should pay less attention to that.
Blind dates.
But you could try. You could
Blind
try
dates.
to do that.
She said blind dates.
Blind date.
No, you could try
Actually,
to
go blindfolded.
You
to the
could
date.
do. You can do. I mean, like the whole dating here in the Bay Area. We're not even going to get into that.
Oh, but don't lose that thought. But I want to piggyback on something Justin said. That's another thing that you made me think of it. The natural thing is huge for me. It's enormous for me. Like, I don't like the giraffe lashes. I don't like.
When are we gonna
fake
end
shit,
that?
bro?
I hope so.
Bro, it's like that shit had like fucking eyelid muscles must be like yoked, man, because you lifting them motherfuckers. I don't like that shit. I like natural beauty. I don't like all the cakey cake shit. I don't like all the fake. I mean, there's protective styles. I get that, but like just constantly fake shit. The nails, and I think that's a function of my age. In my day, it was a little eyeliner, a little lip gloss, rock what you got, short hair, long hair. Nobody, we didn't really give a fuck about all that stuff. But I have women now tell me that men will criticize them if their nails aren't done.
For sure. Completely.
And I've had
That's
women
insane. to
I've
me.
had women get mad at me for not noticing that their nails are done.
I'm not looking at your nails if you're pretty. Even if you're not pretty, I'm not noticing you.
I just
Your
don't
nails. Yep.
care at all.
honestly. I
Of course, we do it for us.
don't. No,
Some
the
women
fuck
do,
y'all
but
what
some
it says.
No, y'all do not.
It is though.
It's hygiene for me. I think it's part of it. I think when you say, I think it's a little bit beyond. For example, like when you said the image of a woman looking good, for you also translate to discipline and all these other things. For me, like. And mind you, I'm not somebody that uses like crazy long nails.
No, you're pretty natural.
Yeah,
You're very
yeah.
natural.
These are my nails. I paint them crazy colors, but it's part of my self-care routine. You know what I mean? So when I
I believe that from you, but I don't believe that all women are doing these beauty routines. And by the way, spending a motherfucking grip.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's a
think,
lot of money.
I think it has to do with social media pressure. You know,
yeah.
I mean, and the looks are all the same. Like, I'll see pictures of 5 different women when they get their shit beat, and they all look the fucking same, yo. It's the Kardashian look, which is so ironic to me that, and sorry as a white guy saying this, but a white woman appropriating black culture, trying to look black, then becomes the fucking
Standard
for
Standard
black women.
for
Like,
black
what the fuck
beauty.
are we doing?
And
Yeah.
don't forget the fact that she's wiggling her way back to the white side. Of,
Oh, she's white. She's
white again.
She's turning white again. She took everything
and
off.
the
Yeah, she's
fake-
taking
and the
everything
fake
off.
Bodies, and it's just, for me, it's too much. But and I wish it were true that all women were only doing it for themselves, but I don't think that's.
Yeah. Well, okay. But back to what I was saying about like
You ain't off the
the
hook. I want to know what you.
the dating. No, we're going there, but I don't want to lose this thought. You can do it backwards, right? Because if you think about, and I'm a big on creating your list of non-negotiables, and those lists of non-negotiables are the things that you have to find in a person that you cannot guarantee they're going to change it, that you can change. For example, morals. How important are morals for you? The way they're disciplined. Like, there are things that you won't be able, you can't teach.
Yeah,
And-
and those are hugely important
those
to me,
are
and I
huge.
think it's why my relationships haven't always lasted, because as soon as the
pretty
physical-
wears
You get
pretty
past the
wears
physical,
off,
yeah.
I'm focusing on what you talking
Right,
about.
so do it backwards. That's what I'm saying. Doing it backwards. So let me tell you something.
It's harder to do than you say, though.
Physical appearance is way more easier to change than somebody's mental stability.
facts.
No, I know, but I
You
don't
could
want to
send them straight to the ER, honey.
not.
Come back brand new.
The tough part in that is
Didn't we just say
Next.
the tough
I don't want that.
the tough part in that is in doing it backwards. I think the only way that's possible is if you end up dating friends.
How?
Because how are we going to get to that point for me to know that side of you if I'm not physically attracted to you?
That's what doing backwards is.
So you mean I have to approach somebody I'm not physically attracted to and then find out later?
Well, not necessarily. I'm not
so
saying
tell
I
me,
mean, I
dating
love
old-
the ideal of that. I just the execution of that is
That's where I'm
challenging.
trying to get to. Like, how do you? How,
Yeah, I guess.
show me how was that? How was that a thing? How,
I mean,
how
I'm
was that-
not
Well, how do
saying
you usually meet people?
I have to be physically attracted to you. So then when I say,
Right.
oh damn, she fine, so I'm gonna approach you.
Oh, you like.
Right.
It's never like somebody's like introducing you to someone.
I haven't really had that often, to be honest with you.
It doesn't happen much anymore. I mean,
I haven't
feel like
really-
I wish it did, but
Yeah.
it doesn't happen much. Most of us
I
are
feel like
meeting
Have I been introduced to somebody?
DMs and people doing
DMs for sure. Yeah.
I might have somebody you can meet.
I don't think I've been introduced to somebody.
She will be on. She
I
will
think
be
that
on the
might be
project
the-
of working backwards. But
Wow.
I'm good. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word
Said I'm
for
not
it.
ready to work back.
Yeah, I'm not,
Since
I
we're
didn't say I
here.
was, you was telling him to work backwards. I'm cool.
What about you? Like, is I mean, putting aside the bill thing, which is kind of like that's
is
a
the-
humor thing.
Stop.
That's,
Yeah, no.
that's a humor thing. But
Yeah, but no.
but like
it's-
if Lisa's like really like someone you really trying to fucking be into.
I like to look at nice looking people, but my attraction usually comes from like the type of person that they are. So even like if I see somebody and I think they're cute or whatever, I don't immediately say anything because I like to observe. So I'm gonna sit there, like especially if we're in a setting around people or whatever. I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna observe, I'm gonna see. Okay, all right. I kind of like. I think I do like this person. All right, so now I'm gonna say something.
Right.
But they're not always like hella fine. But over time, I start to think they are because I really, really like you. You know,
The
like
other
I like
qualities
yeah,
become
the other
attraction.
qualities become attraction. So I think I don't really have a type either. Like I've dated guys that look vastly different from each other. None of them really look alike.
That's the same with me.
But like because I'm attracted to the person first, and then it's like, oh yeah, you just so happen to be
You
cute
dated
too.
any ugly dudes?
you got a type.
I don't have a type.
You got a type.
I mean, I really don't think I do.
P.
I really don't think
Lisa,
I
do
do.
you think I have a type? I don't think I have a type either.
I'm trying to go through the
You only know like 4 people that I've been involved with, and that's recently. I mean, I'm talking about my body of work for fucking 4 fucking decades.
Call me a whore.
I didn't call you. Listen, slutty putty. I didn't call you a whore on camera until now.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad.
It's all good.
No,
Okay,
Justin,
okay.
I don't know if you have a type because you're actually sneaky.
Oh,
So it's like
here we
it's really
go.
hard to
Am
determine.
I sneaky or am I private?
Sneaky.
You're sneaky.
What was that question earlier about your
Nothing.
And
Go ahead and finish.
lack of transparency?
Am I shallow? Am I shallow for how much emphasis I put? I feel like it's shallow. I feel
If
there's
you're
a
not-
shallowness to it.
Unless you're putting the same emphasis on other qualities. It has to be some. If that's mostly what the
What it's about.
if it outweighs significantly the others, then that's very shallowish.
Yeah, no, and I don't like that. But it's hard to turn off. It's hard to turn off. You know.
It's all about also making the decision, right? Like big changes in life. It's like you don't have to know how to get there, or you don't have to know, you be an expert, or it's always going to be difficult. But once you it's about making the decision, like being intentional about it from now on. It's like this is what I want. This is how I want my life to look. This is the type of relationship I want. This is my life. This is the outcome that I want, and be very passionate about that. And then after that, you can make small intentional decisions that are going to
I
take
think
you
I'm
there.
doing that. Just don't you think
Yeah.
I'm doing that right now?
Yeah,
I'm
like
doing that right now.
those
Intentionality
little-
is key.
I'm
those
doing that
little
right now.
decisions.
I'm definitely doing that now, but
It'll get easier.
yeah.
And even with the nice looking girls, it's like there's ways that you could figure out like, okay, what else is going on here though, too, before you get too deeply involved. Like,
Yeah, no, I
obviously the
definitely do
physical is
Yeah,
going
I
to be
think you're
like
good at
the.
that.
Huh?
I think you're good at
I
that.
do that, yeah, but yeah, I just feel like there could be people that we're missing out on. I'm just not going to just say myself. I think we might miss out on people because we
Aren't physically
Aren't
attracted.
are physically
Yeah.
attracted to them.
But I think that
When you
plays
could
a
send
big
them to
part,
DR
though.
and bring them back brand new
go. I
again.
don't
Like
want
I'm
no
saying,
fake shit.
it's not. Don't gotta be fake.
But look, but I'm saying like I'm just saying in general compatibility. We
It may
might,
be some people that you're not even giving the opportunity because
Yep.
of that
the
physical
initial.
aspect. Yeah.
Exactly. It's an interesting question for all of us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm cool.
And that's why we are where we are right now.
I'm fine with that though.
No, I think it is.
Because I just think if I'm not physically attracted to you, that's gonna like that might resurface one day.
But who's to say?
And now
like,
I'm in a situation where I know you like me a lot. I might even like spending time with you, but it's just like I don't like.
Okay, but we're okay. So there's a difference between being with somebody that you're not attracted to versus being with somebody
Who doesn't fit your normal.
right who you don't consider. You could say like, I don't consider this person, there's a difference between me saying I am not attracted to this man, sorry to that man, and I'm not going to, like, I don't even want to be around, for me that would probably be like his hygiene or he's loud.
I think like things like you mentioned earlier, like aura and all of those things kind of can make up for some lack of whatever I deem as beautiful in a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I just see the way you interact when you come in the room, or the way that's those type of things, or even sex appeal. Like some women
we
might
forgot about to mention that.
some women might not be like, again,
The package deal, the
for
package,
whatever, but
yeah.
she might just
I'm
be
gonna give you an
something
example.
about
My
it.
celebrity crush. My celebrity crush, Jill Scott could get it
For me too.
all day, every day. And now she would be considered a larger woman, but she's beautiful.
Okay, so you
But
two
what-
are not shallow. Y'all just not looking in the right places.
And that's why it's to push back on the type thing, because if you really saw my body of work, you'd be like, you was really with her. I mean, like, I've dated all shapes, sizes, and colors.
So if you two are open
But
to
hold on.
allowing that to,
But here, but hold on. Here's where I'm calling myself full of shit. Jill Scott, what does it for me is her talent and her bars. Like, not even her singing, her fucking lyrics, yo. Like, you know what I mean? And she is
not
beautiful.
even when you see her do the thing with the mic.
Right.
That ain't it. I mean, that doesn't hurt her cause.
This one
That
over here,
doesn't hurt
this one over
her.
here is like,
That's a good addition
That
to
doesn't
it.
hurt her cause, but it really is her talent.
But
So-
that's usually something that you find out in the bedroom, like, oh shit. Like,
and just so we clear,
that's
you're
So
not
would
getting
you
Jill
marry-
Scott over
would you
me,
marry-
bro. Like, I will fight you over Jill Scott, bro. Just so
I mean,
you know.
just-
So game on, motherfucker. That's all I'm
whoever
gonna tell
meets
you.
her first, bro. Good luck.
so you saying you would date Jill Scott?
No, I would lock that down. Jill Scott is my wife, yo.
Okay.
That's it. I'm shutting it all down for Jill Scott.
For Jill Scott. Well, you heard it here, Jill.
Jill baby.
Please tag Jill Scott.
Jill baby. Well, yeah. I mean, so you're not as shallow. I think
Okay, but who has that kind of talent? So it's that's why I'm not giving myself that.
You're
credit.
saying like that's not typical.
That's 1 in a billion talent.
I think it would be shallow if you knew you weren't physically attracted to somebody, but then you still entertain them just to fuck or just to get money or just. I don't think it's shallow. To
That's
just,
not even shallow. That's
the
just
opposite.
like,
it's like this.
yeah.
I just think, but I don't think it's shallow to know what I like. If I have to be physically attracted to you to want to pursue you.
No, that's right.
So I don't think that's shallow at all.
But what if what if it was a person who you never thought was physically attractive,
But I checked all the other boxes.
checked all of the other
Yes.
boxes, and you found that out later down the line, and so then they started to seem attractive to you?
I could deal with that. I could deal with.
I don't
somebody
think
like
we'll ever even give that. I don't think we'll even give him a chance.
That's what I mean by
That's-
that.
dating
I think
backwards.
I would though.
Or
That's
if
what
it
I'm
was
saying, but doing it
But that would
backwards.
be a friend.
that's what I was
turned
gonna say. Even if
into-
it was like a friend, and then like you're learning then.
Because how else would I learn that? And that's all I'm saying. Like, if there is, for it to be a complete stranger, I have to have a physical attraction for me to get to these points of knowing your mindset and all these morals and all these things. But if it's a friend that that I know for a fact we've only been friends, so there's very slim chances of the representative being shown up. And I'm almost to the point now where I prefer to date somebody that was just a friend. Because I feel like
a lot of people do that.
No, but a lot of people frown.
But I don't
upon
think
that
you.
too.
I don't think
Not
you would.
friend,
I don't
but-
think you would take that step to relationship and being physically intimate unless you had attraction. And I don't think I would either. I don't think I would. I think I would just keep it in the friend zone.
Like in the friend zone?
And that's where I criticize myself.
Okay,
and that's
we-
why I say,
we-
Pete, that's fucked up.
No, but we are mixing things here.
I agree.
Because I feel that we all agree at some point during this conversation that the person does not need to be 100% drop dead gorgeous for you to be attracted to that
Sure.
person.
I find different things attractive. Like
Right.
Yes, I have a wide range.
Okay,
I don't have a limited view
right.
of what's
So being attracted to the person, that you are with is important.
Right.
It's important. It's just that here the difference is what
type of attraction.
What type of attraction that that it's getting. Because again, like what Justin said, for me, what I find shallow is being with somebody just because that person is hot and you have absolutely no connection with.
Okay, yeah, I don't do that.
That's
don't do
like, or because like it's arm candy, it's a trophy. Like, oh, look how hot my man is, but he's a dumbass, and you don't even have any connection with him, or.
Right.
Or nothing else is there. So I think that's more shallow than
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
advocating. Than
Makes me
advocating
feel a little
for
bit
your-
better.
Yeah.
Thank you, sis.
This was dope, man.
Yeah, it
This was
was.
dope. Any closing remarks? I was being attacked all day. I just at this point,
Nobody likes a victim.
I should just expect to be attacked.
Well, just wait till we text in tonight.
Show better. Show better
Let's say
behavior.
what you think.
About.
The whole thing today.
Oh, I like it. I like.
How's it feel to have another a woman?
I love
here?
it. I think it's
good, yeah.
I think it's it's more balanced.
It is. No, I like it too.
I think like
I like it because you guys are different.
Yeah.
right.
Both
Yeah.
women, but you're different, and I think that's what will makes it a dope dynamic.
Yeah, for sure. I think again, like the three of us was great, and we could talk, but it was just so balanced. You know what I mean? It was just so balanced. But yeah, I like it.
Good. I did too.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks
I
for
think this
having
was
us.
great. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Got to do it again one
Anytime.
day. So, Lisette, are you gonna do the podcast thing or what, man?
I want to.
How to let you, you've been traveling the world and like on a world tour. And
Yeah,
like, we're
collecting,
too local for you.
collecting.
What is all those things you said about us on Instagram? Patrick and Justin are just some local ass people.
Wait, please say it's
Local
not
yokels.
true.
Yeah, that's not true.
Some Oakland ass, close mind the Bay Area. No. So I think like I left in a place of like I was creatively stuck somewhere, and I'm back and I'm like really open. I feel like for me is and this is always a problem, right? Like finding like what is going to be the podcast about, like what is, because I have so many different angles of in my life, right? Like I do HR, but I also have healing services and also the dating services and also my personal life. And then the way I am with my friends, with, chopping it up. And so it has been really hard for me to come up with like a solid
Foundation.
foundation. I think the foundation for me is
A direction.
direction. It's really, really struggling. I think once I figure that out, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be already running, because
sure.
I already have so much
That's the hardest.
confidence.
That's the hardest
and-
part about
yeah.
And you have so much to say, like too. I think your perspective is super important. That when you do decide, I think you'll find a way to encompass all of your different audiences because they kind of all go hand in hand a little bit too. Just because it's like this is the center of you, and then
These are just branches.
yeah,
Yeah, I
branches
agree with
of
that.
And that's a great
I feel like Patrick and I have been telling you that since I met you.
She just needed to
And
hear it
from
from
somebody that wasn't us. Bro, the
Can't-
camera's still rolling. Clearly, Patrick's ready to leave. So until next time, we'll see y'all later.
See y'all later.